All right, y'all, this is Factoring Trinomials Part 2, right? So you want to make sure that you've already watched Part 1. This is on your purple paper in your notebook. So let's check it out. So when we multiply these, the only way that it's going to look different is that there's going to be a number in front, right? So that's when you're going to know that you need to use this strategy. So 6, you're going to multiply it times the negative 5. And that's going to tell you what to multiply. So 6 times negative 5 in this case is negative 30, right? This number here is still going to be the thing that you have to add to. So we're adding to 13. So I'm going to go about this the normal way. So I'm multiplying A times C. I put that at the top. I put B at the bottom, right? So I'm going to find the pair that multiplies to get AC and adds to get B. So I'm thinking about the things that multiply to get negative 30. So I could do 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 4 and nothing, 5 and 6, 7 and nothing, 8 and nothing, 9 and nothing, 10 and 3. So we already have that one. So the ones that add to get 13, I can see 10 plus 3. That would be 3 and 10. But then I see that one of them has to be negative in order to make negative 30. If I make negative 3, negative 3 plus 10 is going to be 7, not 13. So that's not going to work. And then 3 minus 10, that makes negative 7. That's not going to work either. So it looks like these ones aren't going to work. So I'm going to try a different pair. I also see that 2 and 15, they also could be 13. So if I do 15 and negative 2, that would make negative 30 if we multiplied them. And 15 minus 2 would be 13. So I know that these are my factors. Even though I thought it was 3 and 10 before, I know now it's negative 2 and 15. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the factors with x instead of the b term. So watch this really fast. I've got 6x squared. And I'm going to split the 13 into the two pieces that I just found. The 15, so add 15x, and the negative 2, negative 2x. And then I'm bringing down the negative 5. Okay? So the reason that I'm doing that is because I want to split it up so that I can do some factoring. So remember what we did earlier this week with GCF, and I'm going to take out something that's in common. So I see that there is a 3 in common. A 3 can be divided in there. And then also an x is in common. And what's left over for the two of these is 2x plus 5. All right, so I took that 3x out of there, and 2x was left over, plus 5 was left over. Okay, so that's the first one. And then the second one, 2 and 5 don't have any numbers in common, and there's only an x in one of them. But I see that they both have negatives, so I'm going to go ahead and take out a negative 1 because I can take that out of both of them. And what's left over is a positive 2x and a plus 5. So what I see here is that this one here is the same as this one here. That's going to become my first factor, 2x plus 5. Right? From there, I can write the extras, the leftovers, 3x minus 1, as my leftovers here, 3x minus 1. Okay, so that's how I can get it into my factored form this time. Now I'm definitely going to have to check all of these, so I'm going to use my box. I have 2x plus 5, 3x minus 1. 2x times 3x is 6x squared. 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. 3x times 5 is 15x. Negative 1 times 5 is negative 5. From there, I can see that these combine, and I get 6x squared plus 13x. There's that negative 2x and the 15x, and negative 5. I'm going to check to make sure that that's what I started with. It is. So I know that my answer is correct. Okay, so a little bit longer, but basically our big new step is this part right here. Right, so splitting it up into two pieces. Let's practice a couple more. So for this one. Remember that we're going to multiply A times C. So I'm going to do here 15 times 1. 15 times 1 is 15, and B is still negative 8. I'm multiplying to get 15, add to get negative 8. So 15 is 1 and 15, 2 and nothing, 3 and 5. 3 and 5 make 8, so 3 and 5. I need them both to be negative, so I can make it a positive. So I'm going to copy down this first part, 15x squared. The 8, the negative 8, is turning into negative 3x and negative 5x, because those two together would make negative 8. And then I have plus 1. I'm going to go ahead and factor out the things that I can from the first two. So I have a 3 and an x that can come out. It's going to leave me with 5x minus 1. Okay? And then I'm going to take a look at the second part here. And there's not much that I can take out of here. I can take a negative out, a negative 1. And that's going to leave me with positive 5x minus 1. And that's good because I want these inside pieces to match. Okay, so I'm going to have that 5x minus 1 that matches to go together. And then the leftovers, 3x minus 1, 3x minus 1, are going to be left there. Super, super, super important to check. So I'm going to try that out here. We'll use purple. 5x minus 1, 3x minus 1, 15x squared, negative 1 times 5x, negative 5x, negative 3x, positive 1. Add these ones up here, 15x squared minus 8x plus 1. I'm going to check and see. Yes, sirree, Bob. That is my answer right there. All right, last one we'll do together, then you're on your own. We've got 8 times 3. That's 24. That's what we're multiplying to get. And we're adding to get negative 14. All right, so 24, I know, is 1 and 24, 2 and 12. Oh, 2 and 12 will work. There's more, but I know that 2 and 12 will work. So let's try it out. Negative 2, negative 12. So negative 2 and negative 12 make negative 14. So I'm going to bring down this first one, 8x squared. 14 is splitting into two pieces. It's splitting into negative 2x, negative 12x. And the plus 3 is coming down on its own. So I'm going to factor out the first part. I know that a 2 comes out of there and an x. I'm left with 4x minus 1 on the inside there. And factoring out of this one, I can see that a negative is there. I can take out a 3. And what's left? 12 divided by negative 12 divided by negative 3 is 4x. 3 divided by negative 3 is minus 1. So I can see that this here and this here is the same. So I have 4x minus 1 and 2x minus 3. 2x minus 3. Just like that. 4x minus 1, 2x minus 3. I'm checking 8x squared, negative 12x minus 2x plus 3. Combine the like terms. We have 8x squared minus 14x plus 3. Check it out. And yes, it is the correct one. So I know that this is the correct answer. Okay? So you're thinking about your own steps so that when you flip that over, you can write your own steps, right? And then you're going to solve 1, 2, 3 problems here before moving inside to the assignment for today. So love you guys. Talk to you soon.